This will make you always keep your hands under the covers. A young girl is home alone because her parents are out of town, with only her dog for company. She turns on the TV to learn that a killer is on the loose in her neighborhood. She runs to check the windows and locks all the doors, but she forgets about the basement window. She takes the dog with her to go to sleep and lets him sleep under the bed. But she awakes hours later to a dripping sound. She's too scared to move, so she reaches down to see if her dog is still there, and is granted with a reassuring lick. She then goes to the bathroom to make sure there isn't a leak, but when she walks in, she finds her dog dead, hanging from the shower head with blood slowly dripping onto the tiles. On the bathroom mirror, written in the dog's blood, are the words, "People can lick too." Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 8. Pigs will eat literally anything. There are stories of pigs entering farmhouses and eating newborn babies. Speaking of babies, doctors believed that they didn't feel pain until 1987, so they would operate on newborns without anesthesia. Whistling was a way in which people would summon demons in ancient times. In 1968, every single TV in America shut down for 25 seconds, and there was a sound broadcasted on all of them that many believe was the devil's voice. People born deaf with schizophrenia often see disembodied hands signing them as opposed to hearing voices. A mysterious skeleton only 6 inches long was discovered outside a ghost town in Chile. It was declared to be human and lived for as long as 8 years. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 9. The slogan for Nike was inspired by the last words of a notorious killer who was about to be executed. Just do it. Former President Teddy Roosevelt had to watch his mother die due to typhoid fever, and then immediately go upstairs and see his wife pass away due to complications during childbirth. Your physical brain smells sweet. The hair frog, also known as the Wolverine frog, will break its own bones and force them through its skin so it can have claws to fight off predators. In the 1960s, scientists attempted to teach dolphins English. However, the experiment soon ended because one of the scientists, Margaret Lavatt, started having sex with a dolphin named Peter, which she claims he initiated. Needless to say, the funding was cut for the experiment, and Peter killed himself after Margaret left. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 7. A man was working outside when a fly flew into his eye for a split second and laid eggs. When they began to hatch, they started eating his eye from the inside, and he began to go blind. The Magnapenna squids are a group of rarely seen sea creatures that live 4,000 feet below the surface of the ocean and are believed to grow up to 27 feet long. 20% of young children report hearing voices. The average person only sees 5,000 movies in their lifetime, and Netflix has over 7,000 movies. So if you want to know which ones to watch, there's this really great app, click the link in my bio. Even if you follow the 5-second rule, tiny insects can crawl on your food and you'll eat them without knowing. For the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, actress Judy Garland was forced to live on a diet of coffee, soup, and 80 cigarettes a day. And the actors who played the Munchkins groped and molested her, and she was even slapped by the director for laughing during a scene. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 16. Kangaroos are absolutely terrifying, and if you mess with one, it will likely lure you into the water and attempt to drown you. There's an abandoned Disney park that you aren't allowed to go to, and it was shut down in 1999 because it was infested with free-roaming alligators. The animals were being abused, and an 11-year-old boy died from a flesh-eating bacteria found in the park's waters. In the movie The Wizard of Oz, the lion's costume was made out of a real skinned lion. This is the John Lawson house. No one knows who lives there, but every single day, there are several female mannequins sitting on the front porch wearing a variety of clothing. Their positions and outfits change daily, and many believe this is meant to convey some sort of message. And in 1871, a train crash took place just 200 feet away from the home, killing 22 people. And these mannequins are always pointing toward the crash. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 15. When penguins can't find love, they waddle off to die alone. Former US politician stated that House of Cards is one of the most accurate depictions of American politics that he's ever seen. Deer like to lay on decaying corpses because they produce heat and they like the way it feels against their body. Basically, deer treat corpses like their own personal sauna. When a barcode is scanned, it's actually scanning the white parts of the code. You may never know if you've gone insane. And you could be bleeding internally right now and not even know it until it's too late. Since 2012, the US military has lost more soldiers to suicide than to combat or other accidents. When you begin to realize just how dangerous escalators are, it is shocking that they still exist. And if you get caught in one, your chances of survival are almost zero. When Tarsiers get too stressed out, they commit suicide by repeatedly banging their heads against a tree. Surgery predates anesthesia. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 12. When a person is electrocuted via electric chair, they feel absolutely everything. They're completely aware of their body being deep fried in real time. And one person who survived the first round of electrocution said it tasted like cold peanut butter. As you're watching this video, your internal organs are constantly moving around inside you. Your armpit is where most of your important nerves in your arms are, so if you stab it, it will leave your arm completely useless. Ted Bundy, the serial killer, used to work at a suicide hotline. Scaphism was a form of ancient torture where someone's body was tied between two boats and they were covered in milk and honey, and bugs and other animals would feast on their body for days. Cotard's delusion is a rare condition where people literally think they're dead, and many of them ask to be taken to a cemetery to be with other dead people.